Hey folks, Sylvia's here. I'm back on my happy night, or yeah, happy Paladin Leaf. Unfortunately, I'm just going to be hunt tasking Crocs again. But real quick, I just wanted to see this. Um, I did minorly decorate my house a little bit, and I did bring in a tusk table and two chairs. Somebody stole my table and two chairs, which I think is hilarious. By the way, somebody left me this note here. It's in Portuguese, so I threw it into Google Translate, and what it basically translates into is check the door of your house. All people have access to it. You have to solve this problem by removing the your door. I hope to help you with this information. Read the home's entry clearance instructions. So Ariel of Darkness realized that people could enter my house and didn't realize I've done it on purpose. So was nice enough to lend me a note to tell me about it, which is great. I like it when people are helpful and kind in Tibia. It's wonderful when that happens. But anyway, I'm back to hunt Crocs. I have 150 of them to go. Oddly enough, the last Tibia video I did was Dal exploring this place, but hey, it happens. Oh. Also, you can see I put map markers here for everything. It's great. Like Zavo Con Infer. Did that not do anything? Is it Xavo Infer Con? There we go. Ah, somebody's hunting here. Or not. None of them are dead. Or none of them are... Yeah, none of them are dead. That is what I meant to say. You know, I don't normally enter through this spot, and I'm a little unsure of how this works at the moment. However, there's quite a few things here, and I'm getting eaten. Alright, now we just kill the crabs, which are actually hurting me. Surprising. So, yeah. Just to let everybody know, this coming week I'm going to be kind of busy and away from my computer. I keep saying keyboard. I'm going to be away from my computer for a while. So I won't be able to put a lot of videos up. This video will probably be posted, I don't know. I didn't really plan this out particularly well, let me say that. Am I saying Xavo Con Infer into the thing? I am. Wow, that's embarrassing. Whoops. Oh, nice, Leaf. Please tell me why you say spells in the help channel. Also, Leaf, please write down on a sheet of paper I want to be a GM. Alright. Well then, that guy's kind of crazy. Wrong spell. My bad. Whoops. So, yeah, I didn't plan this, I didn't plan this out particularly well, I guess is the word I'm looking to say. Let me get out of the thing just so that I don't accidentally talk into it again. Yeah, so I won't be able to put a whole bunch of my videos up in the way that I prefer to. So I'm trying to build up a backlog of videos, and then I'll put like 1 or 2 of them up a day. Because they require a whole bunch of formatting. So rather than focus on the formatting now, I'm just trying to make as many videos as I can. Because I will have my laptop with me, but it's a Chromebook and it can't really play games. Totally worth getting a Chromebook, though, by the way. It was only like $250, and it was a very useful computer to have. Okay. Somebody needs to tell this dude that GMs don't exist. GMs don't exist anymore. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm just going to focus on putting the videos up now, and then during the week I'll do all the like formatting, editing, setting up the annotations, and all that jazz when I get a chance. Best way to use my time, I believe. Don't keep biting me. Am I already on floor 2? No, I'm on floor 1, I think. Yes. So I can hop down here and get some crocodile still. Let me, again, get out of the, Wow. You know, not having a good bow and not having good arrows makes using a bow and arrow kind of crappy. I almost prefer to be using a shield and spears at the moment. That said, it is kind of fun to use a bow. Moderately enjoyable process. Eep. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. Oh no. Stop. Stop. Must continue looting things while fighting monsters that hurt me, though. There we go. And then just the 2 tortoises are left. So on a side note, I've had the worst sleep schedule for the last 2 days. I was expecting a phone call. I'm recording this at 11:23 p.m. on a Saturday night, okay? So Friday, I had a phone call I was expecting in the morning at like 10. Had to do with like my insurance, because for anybody who's not an American, this won't make a ton of sense, but like with the Affordable Care Act, otherwise known as Obamacare, blah, 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 stuff happens, and all the states managed to screw it up royally. So, basically, my state is removing the health care that I currently had and then putting new ones up. So I was expecting a call to kind of figure out how that was working. That said, lately I've been going to bed at like 8 a.m., so there was no way I was going to bed at 8 a.m. and then waking up for a phone call at 10 a.m. So I figured I would just stay up for it. So, like, you know, that was yesterday, Friday. So I just stayed up. The phone call didn't happen until like 11:10 or so. So they were a little bit late, but it happens. So like I pick up the phone and it's like this lady, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm calling from the like insurance blah 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 people," and I'm like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Okay, so I'm like looking over your documents. It seems like your situation hasn't changed." And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Okay, well, do you have any questions?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Okay, then I'll just update your stuff. You're good." The whole conversation, 29 seconds, according to my cell phone. I'm like, yo, I definitely did not need to stay awake for this. Under any circumstances did I not need to be awake for this. So, yeah, I ended up not going to bed until like noon, and then I had to be awake for my lame-o job at 5. So I got like 4 hours of sleep, basically, after staying up way later than I would under normal circumstances. So I was like really tired and miserable. And then I was super tired last night and was like, you know what, I'm going to bed early. So I went to bed last night at, oop, I'm out of arrows. Keep making more. So yeah, I went to bed last night at like 1, which is way earlier than I would normally go to bed. And whenever I try to go to bed early like that, I immediately regret my decision. When I woke up unable to get back to sleep at 7 a.m. So I got 6 hours of sleep last night, was super tired, woke up at 6, tried to go back to sleep, couldn't do that, so I just laid in bed and like was miserable for an hour until 7. Got up, made some videos, and then fell back asleep at like 2 in the afternoon. Level 31, Knight with a Mount. Hunting in my crap. Well, what can you do? The essence of Tibia is essentially team play, so whatever. It's actually one of the things I like about DDO over here is you like go into an instance of the dungeon and you're just there with people who went in with you, and nobody else can kind of come in and get in your way. On the other hand, though, Tibia kind of makes like a sense of community as it is by doing it this way, which isn't bad. It's not terrible. Must keep making arrows. Also, I kind of don't want to get stuck between 2 tortoises. There we go. I should probably just go back up to the next level and fight real tortoises, or yeah, not real tortoises. Just the crocs that I came here for in the first place. That said, I'm not going to bother with the 2 gold. That said, I kind of need money. Kind of poor at the moment, still. And these tortoises are at least semi-viable for money. Plus, I'm not using any spears or anything on this, so it is pure profit at this point. 10 gold coins, I'll accept. How much mana does that actually take? Let me... Okay. 10 mana, that's it? Really? That's not bad, considering... I mean, sure, the arrows are kind of crappy, but it's not bad. Alright, where is the rope hole? Rope hole found. Man, dude's doing like a full circuit, killing everything on both of the levels. That's kind of annoying. Keep making arrows. Yeah, kind of this is like the only spot to really be tasking crocodiles at in the first place. I mean, there is that spot on the surface near where the swamp trolls are. So, I mean, like, if I was going to go kill swamp trolls and crocs, it's a viable option. But you can't task crocs there. There's just not enough of them. Gotta be, pretty much gotta be here. And it's annoying, though, that dude is here at the moment. Kind of, the time I usually am playing Tibia, there's usually not a lot of people. And I'm not... It's a little early right now still. So if I had come on later, but, I like to stagger my videos. You know, like Tibia video, DDO video, Leaf video, Tibia video, Flash video, Tibia video, DDO video, I don't know, Galactic Civ video. You know, keep doing it that way. I don't like to just do, like, you know, 4 of the same video in a row. And I did just do multiple DDO videos in a row. So I figured I would mix it up, do some Tibia. I'm kind of running out of other games to do. Like, my Galactic Civ games don't get a lot of views in the first place, so I'm kind of, like, rolling them back. Minecraft I need to be in, like, a specific mood for, and I'm not always in the mood for Minecraft. Also, those videos don't really get a lot of views either. Respawn? I'm just gonna immediately go back up the hallway I just walked down. I did just go up this, right? I have no idea where I am. I do know, though, that I haven't been casting the stupid arrow spell enough. Did that just move? I thought I saw movement there. Ah, okay. It's just like a doodle, a bug. Got it. Yeah, I feel like this has to be super boring for everybody, just for the record. I apologize, but the purpose of this video is to be like, here's what I would be doing to play a Paladin, and this is what I would be doing to play a Paladin. I mean, to be fair, isn't that what like most people do in Tibia? They have like one spot that they hunt at a certain level range. You know, like sea serpents is a good example. Once you can kind of effectively hunt sea serpents, you kind of hunt sea serpents until the ends of time. So, I mean, here I am, just hunting the same monsters over and over again. Plus, that's kind of like the essence of Tibia in the first place. So, I mean, this is how I would be playing, but I could see it being a boring video to watch. But I don't know what else to do. I don't want to miss my tasks. Plus, I actually plan on, like, using Leaf. So I want to, like, play him correctly and not, like, ruin him by doing everything wrong. 16. Blank. 67 was a little bit better. Miss. There we go. Took me a couple of tries. How many more crocs do I need at this point? About 100. Painful. Nice. It bothers me that crocs have 105 HP. Just for the record. I like monsters to have, like... I like monsters that have HP amounts that end in nice even zeros in the first place. Uh-oh. So, like, anything that doesn't end in a 0 bothers me, too. But, like, 100 is such a nice, like, clean number. Just by itself. And 105 is so close to 100 that I wish they had done it that way. Alright. I don't have enough mana for that. Come on, die better. What is the range on this bow? 6, okay. So that's as far as the screen goes up and down, and it's one spot off left and right. So it should be not too bad. Getting killed. It would be hilarious if I died here. Also, it would be hilarious if I died here right after I purchased my blessings. That would be even better. For anybody who didn't watch the last Leaf video, I did the Pilgrimage of the Ashes quest that you get from the like the town guides, and then I got my blessings, and then I also did the ultimate booze quest to get a light shovel. So it would be hilarious if I died due to being overconfident on these things. Let's use my life ring actually. Oh hey. Oh hey. There we go. Much better. Put that in there, put that in there, put that in there, put that in there, and there we go. Alright, which one of these didn't I loot yet? And what about you guys? 2 gold out of 3 bodies. How sad. Alright. Life ring was a good choice. Oh boy. There we go. Now I can kind of get my HP back up a little bit with the life ring, and then go back to making more arrows. On that note, though, these royal spears are working out pretty nice. Oh yeah, these royal spears are working out really well, actually. Slightly less so against the turtle. Ugh. I want Divine Strike so bad. How about... Ooh. I'm close to leveling up. Keep my mana down as close to 0 as possible before the level up. There we go. There we go. Bam. Bam. There's nothing over here. I shouldn't be going this way. 4% of my EXP to go. Making 35,000 EXP an hour. That's actually kind of not bad. 767 EXP. Is that an airplane? I don't think 767. No, I think 767 is an airplane. Maybe not. I don't know. I was thinking like jumbo jets. I know 747 is and 737 is, but I'm not sure how high those numbers actually go. They're Boeing passenger jets, if I remember correctly. Pretty sure they're Boeing. Airbus uses, like, I think A and then a number. Well, see, now I'm all interested in, like, naming conventions of airplanes. I'm going to have to Google that afterwards. I'll let you guys know in the next video if I remember. It'll probably be a while until I put another Leaf video up, though. I don't know if I'll make another one before I go and get busy this week. Yeah, level up. There we go. Quick, make the stupid arrows. I just definitely put the wrong thing. Such lame loot from Crocs. You know, I feel like I'd probably be killing the Crocs faster if I stuck to the top level. Just because the tortoises take a decent amount of time and are also, like, semi-threatening, so I need to dance around them a little bit more. Whereas the Crocs, I can kind of just be like, la 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 la. Not pay attention, just casually walk into them. The tortoises require me to backpedal and kind of be cautious, ultimately making just the whole process take a little bit longer. Not that it's a huge deal, but it's better for things to go faster than slower, obviously. And, I mean, the crabs replacing the tortoises actually give, like, decent money also. At least compared to the Crocs. Crabs do definitely not give good money, but compared to the Crocs, kind of lame money. Crabs usually give just as much, really. I'm excited that I haven't broken any spears yet. That's a good sign. What's my soul points? My soul points are at 45. Maybe I was thinking that this like cheap arrow spell makes 3 arrows for 10 mana, and I don't know how much the actual conjure. Let's check. Which one of my multiple Tibia tabs? Conjure arrow. 100 mana and generates 10 arrows. Oh gosh, when did that get there? I was looking at the wiki page, was not paying attention. Anyway, yeah. So that's 10 mana per arrow. With this spell, it's 3.3 mana per arrow. So this is definitely better. On the other hand, though, I have to keep casting this, and it's kind of annoying because I'm lazy. And also, I'm running out of soul points. And I'm not really sure how soul point regeneration works. Because it's literally never been something I had to worry about. Ever. That's not entirely true. I did play a druid when soul points were first developed. And they were kind of a thing I had to deal with, but I never really spent enough time making runes for it to be remotely relevant to me. I swear one of them dropped money. At least I thought it did. I'm of course not paying attention, apparently. Well, on a side note, since I'm still doing pretty good on arrows and spears. I'm so used to playing Sylvius. So gosh, it was like 2 days ago was the Republican primary debates. This is this is unique to America. Anybody who's not an American probably won't have a lot of understanding of this. My apologies, I guess. Anyway, yeah, it was the Republican primary debates, so I was actually kind of like excited about watching them. I like to be like aware of what's happening and things like that. Plus, like, eventually one of those 10 people are going to, well, one of those 17 people are going to be running for president. So, I mean, it's important to see. Things are relevant to me. So anyway, I was going to watch it, and it was like being broadcast by Fox News. And Fox News decided to make it impossible to watch it anywhere besides their website. That's annoying. Where is the bow? Oh my god. This is incredibly stupid. There we go. I don't even know what was happening there. Anyway, yeah, Fox News decided to make it as, like, big of a hassle as humanly possible to just watch this debate. I guess they wanted, view ratings on their crap. So you could only watch it on their channel, on their website, or on their app. So I was just going to watch it on their website while I, bought and sold stuff off the Tibia market, was my plan. But you had to, prove to them that you had cable. So before you could watch the debate on their website, you had to, log in with your internet or cable provider's account. So I had to be like, okay, I have Verizon, and then go through all this crap, and then their stupid, server wasn't set up correctly, or wasn't, prepared for the load, I guess, of all these people trying to watch it at once. So, it kept, crashing and wouldn't, it would, time out, essentially. So I wasn't able to ever log in, and then the debate started at 9, and I still couldn't get it to work at 9:10. I tried their stupid app, and that didn't work. And then my favorite part was every time I would try, I got to see the Fox News logo, which is Fox News, and then the phrase "fair and balanced," which is hilarious because Fox News is not fair or balanced. Neither is MSNBC either, to be fair. But, like, I don't think MSNBC tries to pretend like it's fair. Fox News is, like, the least balanced news source in the world. I mean, obviously with, like, exceptions. Like, Russian Today news, for example, is a great spot of not balanced and fair news. So yeah, it was like insult to injury that I had to deal with Fox News and all that crap. In case anybody hasn't picked it up, I'm not a big fan of Fox News. You can probably guess at my political affiliation based off of that. You'd probably guess wrong, by the way. I don't consider myself a Democrat. But yeah, so I did end up ultimately finding a transcript of the debates, which was not cool either. First of all, I think there was 3 mediators on the debate, and then 10 candidates. I didn't watch the pre-debate because I kind of didn't care. But yeah, all right. So there's 13 people without actually being able to like see their name, see them speaking it. I'm sorry, it was kind of hard to tell, like remember who was who. Oh, I ultimately got it, but it was a little confusing at first. And then whenever like 2 people would try to talk over each other, whoever was doing the transcribing, instead of like writing down both what they say, he just wrote crosstalk, which was not helpful. So yeah, every time things got like heated and 2 people were trying to like, argue, I couldn't, there was nothing on the transcript. It just said crosstalk. And then at one point, I guess like a little bit more than halfway through the debate, the dude's like internet connection or whatever he was transcribing it with like stopped working. So he just wrote no audio for 10 minutes. And then just like I guess when his audio came back on, he just immediately started transcribing from that point. So yeah, the transcript was kind of pointless, but I did manage to get like the gists of what was happening. So all's well. That was not the right spell. That's the right spell. So yeah, I don't know. It was worth watching. Donald Trump was amazing. In that, yeah. My thoughts on Donald Trump are, he's kind of like an idiot. I know a lot of people love Donald Trump, but that's only because he's saying what they wish they were able to say. Or, I mean, what they do say, but they wish that people were, like, heard. Like, the whole, like, oh, I'm gonna build a giant wall across the border, things like that. Okay, you know what? Like, a lot of people wish they could say that because a lot of people are, like, angry. And the problem with it is that all those people kind of don't know what they're talking about. But Donald Trump is, like, agreeing with what they're saying and being like, oh, it's really simple. When in reality, it's not really simple. And it's really complicated. But it's not like I don't understand where the people are coming from. And so, like, to an extent, though, I think Donald Trump is kind of a moron. But the possibility does exist that he would be a good president. Like, my thought process is, like, Obama, I think, kind of, like, did the best he could. And I think, Bush before him did the best he could also. But ultimately, like, the current breed of politicians that are there just, like, aren't doing a good job. They're too busy, like, bickering. They're not getting stuff done. And you can argue, why that's happening and what that all means until the end of times. But for right now, the point is that, like, our politicians aren't doing the jobs correctly. So, like, if Trump gets in, I kind of assume that it would be a disaster. But if it's not a disaster, he might do a really good job. Like, he might actually be what the country needs. Unfortunately, to me at least, he's, like, pandering to a base of people who are sort of insane. So, like, a lot of the things he's saying, I think, are, like, utterly pointless and terrible. Which is why I think, like, largely he would be potentially a bad president. I also, though, think that he might just ignore a lot of the things, and that right now he's, like, actively just being like, I'll just say whatever I need to say. And then when I actually get into office, I'll do what needs to be done. And I hope that's the case if he does get elected. I don't think he's going to get elected, by the way. I think that ultimately he's going to implode in some way before he gets the nomination. So I don't even think he'll get the nomination. Jeb Bush might. Chris Christie did a pretty good job in the debate, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off. Um, Jeb Bush might. Marco Rubio, I think, did a pretty good job. And like looked pretty solid. There's a couple of other people that I think would be okay, but I mean, I think it's probably either Jeb Bush or Rubio, I think. I don't think Senator Cruz can do it. I hope he doesn't. He would actually be, if I could like pick a person that would be my least favorite option, it would be him. By the way, Trump did specifically say that he won't count out the possibility that he would run as an independent. So if he doesn't get the nomination, I think if he runs as an independent, and pretty much everybody agrees with this, by the way, if he runs as an independent, he's going to cost the Republicans any chance they had at winning the election. And he totally will if he runs as an independent. Because he will split the vote. Like, all the Republicans, half of them are going to vote for him, and half of them are going to vote for if it's Jeb or if it's Rubio or whoever it is. He's going to split the vote. And then, you know, the Democrat, whoever that is, probably Hillary, will get all of the votes for the Democratic side. So she's just gonna, you know, it'll be like a... if Trump doesn't bow out, it'll be a disaster for the Republicans. Not that I really care, though. Because I'm not gonna vote for any of them. Although I think his name was Carson, the neurosurgeon dude, I would kind of consider voting for him. Also, Christie did a pretty decent job. I don't think Christie would is gonna like get the nomination, but like I could consider voting for Christie. But yeah, I feel like the Republicans are probably gonna lose this one again, and I feel like that's probably important for the Republicans to lose because like Obama was deeply unpopular, and the economy was still bad in 2012. And a whole bunch of people were like furious with Obama and like hated the Affordable Care Act and things like that. And the Republicans still managed to lose with Mitt Romney. And I think it's largely because they're split between... This is like way out of the scope of a Tibia video, by the way. I'm sorry. But yeah, they're largely split between like two different philosophies. Like small government and like... you know, like their governing policies and then social conservatism. And, like, a lot of their governing policies I can sort of see the, like, value to, but I'm completely turned off by their social positions. Like, I'm pretty pro-gay marriage, and I know a lot of people aren't. And I know a lot of people think that, like, you know, being gay is like a sin or whatnot. But my thought process is pretty simple. For things that don't affect me at all, I don't care. Now, I'm not gay, so I'm not going to marry a dude. And two dudes marrying each other doesn't affect me in the slightest, so I just don't care. It's really that simple to me. Like, if gay people start suddenly marrying, they're not going to suddenly be more gay people or something like that. The gay people aren't going to go crazy and start, like, trying to marry straight people or something like that. Like... There's literally no ill effect or positive effect, really, for me either, if gay people can marry. So I really don't care one way or the other. But I don't think it's fair that gay people get, like, you know, negatives, because they do get negatives, for not being able to marry. So, I mean, just on an issue of fairness, I think, like, yeah, gay people should be allowed to marry. Very simple. Now, like, abortion is a slightly more complicated topic, and, like, I can understand people's opinions on that. But, like... The one thing I'll say on abortion, like, again, I personally don't care. Like, whether or not people are aborting babies or not doesn't bother me in the slightest. Doesn't affect me at all because I'm not a baby and I'm not at risk of being aborted at the moment. So, like, yeah, I kind of don't care. I can see, though, the argument people gave. And, like, my friend actually made a really good argument for being anti-abortion. Which he was like, you know, there'll always be a debate on at what point the fetus becomes, like, a living being. And without being able to, like, describe what life actually is, you'll never be able to define when the fetus becomes its own separate entity. And since you can't define when that happens, there'll always be, like, debate over, is it appropriate now? And he said the only way you can prevent that a debate is just by either going, abortion is always legal in any circumstances, or abortion is not legal in any circumstances. So, like, he brings up a good point. Anyway, the one thing I'll say about abortion, though, is like the Republicans tend to be very anti-abortion, and that's fine. Like, I do understand that opinion. I'm not gonna like argue with them or anything like that. The one thing though that upsets me is while they're anti-abortion, they're also anti all of the other things that would make not getting an abortion okay. Like, if you imagine, like, you're a single woman or just, like, ultra low income and you can't afford a child, you kind of, like, need to get an abortion because, like, otherwise your life is going to be ruined and, like, the life of that child is going to be terrible because you couldn't afford that child. Not that I think you should be able to, like, abort kids purely for financial situations, but, it's whatever. So, like, to prevent that situation from happening, there needs to be more, like, support programs for the poor, and, like, contraceptive services need to be, like, available. Birth control needs to be a thing that people can get. And, say what you will about that, but Republicans are like, no, there shouldn't be birth control for people. Like, businesses shouldn't have to provide birth control as part of their insurance, because, that was, like, an argument that went to the Supreme Court before. So, like, no, we don't want to make it so that people can avoid having children, and no, we don't want to support people who are poor and have children and can't support their children. We don't want to, like, support the poor. We don't want to support birth control. So when we have poor people who can't afford children, who get pregnant because they couldn't get birth control, and then they want an abortion, the Republicans are like, no, deal with it. Have your life and your financial situation collapse into the abyss because we took away all of the tools to prevent this situation from happening, and then we took away all of the support that would make this situation okay after it has happened. And that, to me, is stupid. Like I said, I don't mind if you want to say no abortion, and I don't mind if you want to be like, businesses shouldn't need to provide contraceptive services or something like that. It's just all three of those things at once, I think, is a nonsense position to take. Anyway, let's see how many more crocodiles I have to kill. Oh yeah, 2. Awesome. I'm gonna return and then... Actually. Change of plans. Okay. I'm gonna just run away, though, because I'm not gonna keep fighting these things. Now that it serves me no purpose to. I just want to make sure I got... 300. Alright, folks. I know in the past I said every single thing Leaf does will be a video, and I'm not going to change that exactly, per se. However, I want to make a video specifically for killing the snapper. And I don't think there's a really good way for me to do both of those things at once. So I believe this is Leaf Video 17 right now. Leaf Video 18 will just be the snapper. Me killing the snapper. And I guess I'll put it up on my videos twice or something like that. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll make like 2 copies of it. You know what I know? I'll know what I'll do. Okay. I got it all under control. I am actually going to kill the snapper as part of this video, and it will be the end of this video for now. Sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to pause the recording, but in reality, I'm just going to be splitting it into 2. So I'll have 2 separate videos, one for just the snapper and one for otherwise. So my political talk will end here. And once I pick up the task and start moving towards where the snapper is, I'll start talking as if I was doing a like introductory to boss like I do for the other ones. Shardhead, Bloodweb, the Old Widow, all the other bosses I've done. I'll do it the same way there. So my speech will be a little bit weird here for a while. Hi, Trade Kick. Hi, Deposit All. Hi, Task Mission, yes. You've killed the snapper. Yay! Alright, task. Yeah, that's not how you spell crocodile, by the way. For anybody who can't see how I just tried to spell that, let me push it in here. Zroxo. Crocodile. Dial. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if anybody realized what happened there when I tried to type that and then horrifically messed it up. But what happened was my like left hand was one key spot to the side. So like I was just hitting all the wrong keys. Alrighty. Okay. Let me pause for a second. Okay. Things have been set up. We are going off to go kill the snapper dude. Whoops. Little buggy there. That was weird. You know what that was? I actually know what that was. That was my recording program, like, encoding the video that I had just ended. Anyway, snapper's up here. The easiest one to go through is this one here on the right. Gotta make sure you're carrying a shovel. For anybody who watches my Leaf playthroughs, this is probably weird. For anybody who doesn't watch my Leaf playthroughs, this is also probably kind of weird. Exavo Infer Con. It has occurred to me that I did not bring enough spears. 2 spears might be kind of low. Anyway, yeah, you just gotta fight these 4 crocs, and the teleporter's right there. I want to cast this a couple more times, just in case I run out of spears and need to switch to my bow. Alright, snapper time. It's the snapper. Yeah. Pretty much every class should have an incredibly easy time with him. He's very much a non-entity. Let's see, 58 gold coins, 5 health potions, a life ring, and 2 small emeralds. That's kind of not bad, actually. It's kind of not bad. Alright. Well then. Yep, so that was the snapper. Once I get up here, I'm going to pause again for a second. Wrong tool. There we go. Yeah, let me kill the centipede before I pause. Okay. 1 second here, let me pause. Alright, well, now the snapper's dead. I'm just going to head back into town, finish my video there. Everything should go smooth. Get back to my nice little house. One of the things, oh good. I panicked there for a second. Yeah, I set it so that, private messages don't show up on my screen anymore. And they just show up in, like, the local chat. But I'm super afraid that people are, like, private messaging me and I'm not catching them. And I'd feel, like, really bad about that if that was the case. Because a few people who have seen my videos actually have, like, commented or, like, messaged me in-game and things like that. Anyways, if I hadn't already started walking over here, I would have gone back to, like, deposit my money and things, but I just feel like ending this video sooner rather than later. So anyway, folks, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon, and I will see everybody later. Let's do this.